how do you think you got to be 100+ strong at a school? How do they build their club? Give them some ideas.
As far as advertising meetings, we do announcements, we do posters, and a lot of the events we do are just, they're not within Pittsford, but a lot of them are downtown, soup kitchens, and I know we've been doing the bike project, and maybe you guys are involved with that, I'm not sure. And of course when the parents come, they're like, yeah, I want my daughter involved in community service, and my son. So being at events like that, at open house, concerts and stuff, we're always there with brochures and talking, and not only do the parents see what we're doing, but the students do. And we have fairs during lunch and stuff, if you guys have club fairs, stuff like that. But also we've attended a few Rotary meetings, and then parents will tell their children, so that's some ways we advertise.
We just went through the Interact one with Eric and his students, and you have enough points that you make it this year.
Thank you very much.
That is very impressive for a club that's really getting started again and has 12 members. This is not easy. I mean, you got to put some work to do this. So I'm very impressed with you guys. If there's any sort of service project in this district that you can think of, the way Honeyway Falls and Lima actually helped the district project this year is they put on a male beauty pageant. They came to me 4 years ago and said, we want to do a carnival. And I said, okay, put together a plan. And I was pretty certain the carnival, because of what needed to be done, would never happen. Well, it didn't, and then they came to me with the male beauty pageant idea, and it's the whole blown. I mean, the guys are wearing evening gowns. You really want to have some passion around what you're doing and who you're doing it for. Interact really says that you do a community-based project every year, and you're doing the international project. Now that could be fundraising, that could actually be doing something that you did. Who did the books actually go to?
School 9 and 46.
School 9.
So that was a community-based project, and then you're helping with deaf.
And we did a book drive and
great
with them, and then we donated the books to a city school, and then we also did a food drive earlier this year.
There is a whole list in the Interact handbook that they have access to, right off the Interact website.
Because sometimes something can catch hold
that way. Eric, I would strongly urge you to go to the Interact website and at the district level, and I'll send you some email addresses.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And that may be able to help you.
These guys have good ideas. They've brainstormed, and they have things that they've done for a couple years now that have done well, and then they have new ideas. So the youth of America, they have good, new things ready to, come forward. But I would appreciate it. Sure.
It seems to me that one of the things that sponsoring Rotary clubs could do is to not only continue to get the word of what Rotary does out in the community, but now add to that the work that the Interact Club does, because in many respects that's even more significant, because you're really getting young folks in the thinking pattern of helping other people, something which unfortunately a lot of older people don't get into their brains until later in life. So it just seems to me that one of our chores here would be to help the Interact Club get itself known better in the community.
All of us, all the clubs are laying awake trying to figure out how we're going to come up with funds in the work to provide these kids the opportunity to go to camp in the summertime through Half an Hour Sunshine. I mean, this is a big community project, so we've got a lot of work to do, and I think communications is the issue.
You're over 1,000 strong just in Monroe County with Interactors. I mean, Webster has about 200 a club. Pittsford has about 175 a club. Out of the other 15, I would say 7 or 8 of those are over 50.
Around 1995 or so, Webster had roughly 200, a little over 200, They were the largest Interact Club in the world.
I did not know that.
So if it's 200 now, it's probably still pretty big. And
It's
something
200 per school, so there's 400 in West.
I like have something to focus on.
Would there be any benefit to a Rotarian coming to a meeting?
MBA program, but one more final to go, and at least for the first year. Then I get a breather.
Warm weather, and now we're back.
Another grandson who is graduating with his master's in architecture from Wentworth in Boston. There's 5.